Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we're finishing off Superman 86 with the Fourth Dimension Gazette. A story that almost is saved by how weird its ending is, but is still somewhat disappointing. This is a mixapilic story, and usually mixapilic stories are a lot of fun that manage to squeak by even with a weak central plot, because Mixie's powers allow for interesting challenges and, once again, fun. He can basically just throw anything at Superman. He is a magical little imp. But Mr. Mixies, as I like to call him, and like a lot of people like to call him, mainly because I'm always paranoid that I'm saying Mixapilic wrong, which, to be fair, probably a high chance for a character whose name is all consonants. Mr. Mixies shows up because I guess the Daily Planet went insane and let Lois publish a story about how Superman's the greatest man of all time, greatest person of all time. I mean, that's not really a news story. It's an opinion piece, but it's not like an opinion piece any newspaper in their right mind would publish. I guess modern newspapers might do it. Like Elon would really push for an article like that, and Donald. Anyway, Mixapilic, being mad about all this, decides to take it out on the Daily Planet by destroying them with his Daily Mixapilic. Because he's from the fifth dimension, he's able to travel through the fourth dimension. And actually, understanding the fifth and fourth dimension here, well, not understanding the fifth all that much, but if you know anything about our dimensions, the fourth dimension is time, so he can move through time. He has to be moving through time to get to the third dimension. So he knows the future, so he's publishing a newspaper from the next day, essentially. So you know all the news coming up for the next day. It's like the show Early Edition, except everybody has the newspaper, which causes problems because everybody's trying to take advantage of the news, of the future news now. And that can cause, chaos if everybody's trying to do that at the same time. A whole city of people. So one of the things that makes this story a little more special than other Mixapilic stories, it's like the first story where Superman's attempt to get him to say his name backwards, which sends him back to the fifth dimension, doesn't work. He actually sees through it. So far, Mr. Mixies has been kind of stupid for someone who comes here and complains that we're the stupid ones. But he sees through it. So Superman has to come up with a different way to send him back, which ends up being the part that's actually clever. He uses Mr. Mixie's vanity and self-consciousness against him by using the whole future thing against him. Mr. Mixie's reads a newspaper saying that he's a laughingstock, and then everybody starts laughing at him during that day, which drives him crazy. The thing is, it's Superman using his powers, and you know how much I love him finding an interesting way of using his powers to defeat the enemy. You see, Superman is using his super speed to tickle everybody that Mr. Mixies walks by or flies by or is around, to tickle them with a feather. That's creepy, Superman, on so many levels, and non-consensual. So disturbing, Superman. I respect the ingenuity and the out-of-the-box thinking that Superman's using here, but the actual thing he does is kind of horrifying. But that causes Mr. Mixies to go away, so I guess that solved something, and no one will ever know, except for Lois, I guess. He tells her at the end that he used a feather on a bunch of people. What if someone was allergic to bird feathers? Are people allergic to... I feel like people can be allergic to down feathers, so it has to be possible. So that could have put people's lives in order. But the thing is, and once again, with a Superman concept not 100% going through with the idea, this one's actually going through with a lot more of the idea than, say, yesterday's story with Jimmy Olsen being editor-in-chief, is we sort of don't focus on the havoc. Immediately when it starts causing problems, we get maybe a little bit of that, but we immediately go on to Superman trying to solve this, and him and Mixapilic being up against each other, which can be any old Mixapilic story, not specifically like this story where he is having the city act upon knowing the future. What I'm saying is I kind of wanted more of that from the story than specifically just Superman versus Mr. Mixies. Make it different outside of what's already just slightly different. Focus on what makes it different than just more of the same of Mr. Mixies. Okay, that is it from Superman 86, the Fourth Dimension Gazette. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday. Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in the Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? And you think tickling someone incredibly fast with a feather would cause some sort of friction that would destroy the feather pretty quickly. Okay, have a great day.